Sometimes life throws bold moments at you, like finding the perfect vacation or finding the ideal location. At BOS, we're there to help you meet those moments with bold confidence. So whether it's managing money for future plans or getting what you need to start planning your dream, we're here to bring you a better banking experience. Make the bold move and switch to BOS today.
Hi, this is Ron Kinscherf. Welcome to the Business Spotlight, brought to you by the Bank of Springfield. We have Luke Tappe with us from KW Hometown, and you bought Davis and Frese Realtors.
I did.
Why would one do that? What was going through your mind?
I'll tell you what.
All right.
In April of 2021, I purchased Davis and Frese from Don and Paula Frese. It was a long-standing Quincy business, and Don was kind of getting to the point to where he was wanting to pass the baton, and he kind of looked at me and said, "Luke, we see what you're doing. You're the top agent in our office. We see your love for real estate. Would you like the opportunity to purchase Davis and Frese?" And I kind of looked at him and I said, "Well, if we can find a banker out there, that'll loan me the money, I guess we'll give it a try." So
I'm just curious.
We found that banker.
I'm just curious what your wife had to say.
That's
always my interest. Is like, how did it go at home?
Yeah, she's like, "What were you thinking?" Yeah.
But she's okay now.
She's okay now.
Now, what influenced your dad owned his own business?
For sure.
For years and years and years.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. So what influence did that have on you wanting to run your own place?
Just watching your parents and grandparents, family businesses are huge. And I know that that's a big topic right now in Quincy. And I grew up literally in diapers, running around, family business. My grandparents had Tappe Sporting Goods years ago. Grew up running around there. My dad had Ted's Shirt Shack, which was always above Tappe's on the second floor there, and then my grandma had Broadway Dress Shop.
Right.
Family businesses were coming at me from all angles, and it was just just seeing their work ethic and what turning hard work can really do. And I learned it all from them.
Does it put a little more pressure on you though, having that Tappe name and starting your own business? Because there's some expectations, I would think.
Yes and no.
Okay.
I try to be my own entity, but there is. It's you got to win, and that's the drive, and I think that I've got that blood.
Right.
So it's worked out this far.
All right. So KW Hometown, I had never heard of it until I talked to you. So what is KW Hometown?
Yeah. So after I purchased Davis and Frese, like I said, April 2021, I did that. Things were going well. I was approached by a very nice lady named Jen Tyler, and she said, "Luke, I've got maybe something you'd want to take a look at."
Okay.
And everything was going great. Everything was going fine. I had no plans in switching. But after seeing what Keller Williams, that's what KW is. Keller Williams is the largest real estate brokerage in the world. They've got over 150,000 agents worldwide. Each office, though, is independently owned and operated. So we like to say that we're locally rooted with a global impact.
Okay.
So as we know, Quincy and the surrounding area, we're usually the last to get anything great. We just got a target 2 years ago.
Right.
So we needed, real estate has been the same old for way too long. And we just kind of needed a change. We needed a switch. And Keller Williams is, we like to call ourselves, we're not just a real estate company, we're a technology company as well. And it's the tech that they have coming, you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, that's one thing I want to touch on too, but you mentioned it's the largest real estate organization in the world. Are you at all afraid that you're going to get lost in that big behemoth being in Quincy, Illinois?
No. Like I said, each office is independently owned and operated. What I like to think is now we have referral partners in every corner of the world. So if you want to move anywhere, we have a KW agent that has the same values as we do that we can refer you out to.
Okay, and you future real estate, you were mentioning technology and stuff like that. So what kind of technology do they bring to the table?
Yeah, so we like to say that AI in every business, it's here, it's coming, more and more every day. And I think AI, it's actually proven that the agents who use AI are going to replace the agents who don't. And you're either going to jump on that bandwagon There's so many things coming, like AI is able to, we can enter an address and it's gonna scour multiple listings, in that area and find comps. And yes, there still is that agent. You've got to put your finger on it. You've got to double check the work and make sure that those comps that they're pulling are correct. But we've got a flagship partnership with Canva. So we can take your listing photos directly off the MLS, drop them onto any kind of flyer, open house flyer, new listing flyer. So sellers are going to benefit from just fast graphics, being able to have everything look very, very professional to market your home. Buyers are going to benefit off of, we now have an app. We can give buyers an app for their home search. So
outside of Zillow or something like that.
Exactly.
Right?
You've got your own KW app, and you're going to be the first to have that listing notification pop up as an alert, basically, on your phone saying, hey, Ron, here's your criteria you put in. Here's a new house that just popped up.
Okay. And it doesn't necessarily have to be one that you list.
No, it's any home, because we all belong to the MLS, which is the multiple listing service. So all agencies enter their listings into that, and then we all pull off that data.
Is there anything else outside of the standard realty game that KW offers, like mortgages or some of the, I can't think of the name, title, stuff along those lines?
For sure. We that's all coming. So we do have Keller Home Loans, which is, that's going to be our loan company. We're still very well connected to our local lenders, so we'll continue to use both. But title is another thing that we're looking at, that's in our Springfield office already, that it's looking to kind of trickle down and come to Quincy. So we literally can be your one-stop shop. You call us, we've got the realtor, we've got the home loan, we've got the title work covered. We've one-stop shop for everything, which is really going to change the game in how the agent communicates across the board with those partners.
What I found really interesting is I hopped on your website, and it's the first line on there is where entrepreneurs thrive.
Yeah.
I found that really interesting.
For sure. So KW, we like to say that we create the environment and the technology and the training to really make an entrepreneur thrive. We like to highlight the agent. Almost, that's the difference between KW and almost every other brokerage. On the agent's real estate signs, you'll almost never see the office phone number. It's always the agent. We market to the agent. So you're literally running your own business under the KW umbrella. And that's where we think we make entrepreneurs shine, because we provide them with the training and everything that they need to get their business started. We've got them covered day one.
So it's not only just the real estate side that you're training them on, it's the marketing and
everything.
Yep.
If they want to know, like if you want a training on, how to approach maybe a for sale by owner, or how to approach a expired listing that expired with somebody else, or if you want a training on AI, if you want to, literally, Keller Williams offers over 60 hours a week of nothing but fresh trainings that you're welcome to attend. You can cherry pick, I want to attend this one or this one. The training for me is really, what we needed as a brokerage. It's huge.
So as the owner of this local branch, how do your responsibilities differ than somebody who's just an agent that decides to sign up with KW Hometown?
Yeah, so my title with this is co-founder. So I have a partner, Julie Tem. She's out of Springfield. She owns KW Capital out of Springfield, and she's amazing. And I think that just her mind, and also Jen Tyler, who's our CEO. I've got a team now that almost takes a lot of the workload off of me.
Right.
I no longer have to print the checks, for instance.
Okay.
I no longer, change the trash cans.
Let you do what you want to do, basically.
Exactly, yeah.
Is Quincy the only location under that Springfield heading then?
Quincy, we've got Quincy, and then Julie also owns KW Premier Realty of Peoria.
Okay.
So she's got Peoria, Springfield, and Quincy now, and then we're looking at other locations. So.
Well, thanks for coming in and telling your story.
Thanks, Ron.
All right, Luke Tappe, KW Hometown, people want to get a hold of you, obviously Facebook probably,
Yeah,
and website
Facebook,
and all that type of
website,
stuff.
all day
right.
long.
All right, thanks for coming in.
Thanks, Ron.
All right, this has been the Business Spotlight, brought to you by the Bank of Springfield.
Sometimes life throws bold moments at you, like finding the perfect vacation or finding the ideal location. At BOS, we're there to help you meet those moments with bold confidence. So whether it's managing money for future plans or getting what you need to start planning your dream, we're here to bring you a better banking experience. Make the bold move and switch to BOS today.